All y'all, photog nerds who think it's going to be a camera that has a lens and interchangeable, is that the future? Or have we had that for 100 years? I truly believe there's a whole different story going on over there at GoPro. GoPro just launched some news that I think is worth paying attention to, and I haven't said that in about 8 years. They are moving from their GP2 processor finally to a new processor, the GP3, which is going to have a whole bunch of enhancements as well as a whole bunch of AI. Now that can go either really good or really bad, but they also launched a trailer that I think does a really good job of bringing up a lot more questions than it does providing any answers. But it's really smart technique, because at the end of the day, what happened to GoPro is they moved from a tech camera company to a marketing company. They would rather spend $1 million to have an athlete put a sticker on the side of their helmet or their race car rather than putting that money into R&D. Well, if the share price tells you anything, they have been laggard in so many ways compared to the competition like DJI and Insta360. Now, I'm not here to dog on GoPro. Yes, it is an American tragedy story in my opinion. However, what we love more than tragedy is a big comeback story, and I think this has the potential. I don't know any details other than what you guys are seeing, but I think this has the potential to really help pull GoPro out of this death spiral. But if it fails, it may be the nail in the coffin.
Brother, let me see the tongue, oh my God. Who is that coming off the picking road, ever? Oh, man.
All right, so this is the thing that's got the internet in all of a tizzy. And again, remember what I said. GoPro has become very similar to Red Bull. Red Bull isn't an energy drink company anymore. They are a marketing company. It is just a race to capture market share. And that's really where GoPro kind of turned to. But unfortunately, it's not an energy drink that can just stay the same. It is a piece of technology that needs to evolve, and it didn't. So now they came out with this trailer and they're calling it Find Your Focus, which I find is pretty interesting because I get it. They're probably talking about, as you can see in this photo, being able to focus in on a subject, maybe like macro lenses, maybe things like telephoto lenses. But what I really think is tongue-in-cheek is I hope they're finding their focus again as a company, and they're getting back to being a tech company first. So with that, let's take a look at what this trailer is all about. That's a pretty impressive trailer. We're going to break down a couple of these frames really quickly. Obviously, this looks like it's shot on a macro lens. The clarity on this, the color, I mean, look at the eye. It's insane. And if this is coming out of an action camera, I'm going to be blown away. And I think the industry is going to be kind of like on their heels with GoPro. Now, this is a fire shot. Okay, great. But again, you're going to see the detail in here, and you're going to see that dynamic range in the oranges. Look how many different shades of orange you see here. Being able to zoom in like this is pretty insane. If we scroll down a little bit further, this is the shot that really impressed me. This shows a lot. It shows depth of field. It shows that bokeh. This would insinuate there's some sort of lens system going on here, or perhaps some type of autofocus, which would also insinuate some type of lower aperture. This is pretty impressive technology if it all works. I am not one that buys into the hype right away, although I think this image is great. Now, this shot is pretty impressive as well. This is a shot of the moon, and you can see again the craters on the moon. People are instantly going towards telephoto. This is telephoto. This is some sort of lens. Now, I will say and caution you guys, I'm going to do a little bit of speculation here and something out of the box based off my IT background and based off of my AI knowledge and based off of some other products that I've seen that do a pretty good job with digital zoom. People are going to freak out when I say that digital zoom. There's no way you can have something like this with digital zoom. Well, even the older model S23 from Samsung, the phone Pro, it has an amazing telephoto lens on it, and go ahead and if you have that phone, go ahead and do this with the moon and see how close it is. And I do think that there's a chance, and more likely there's a chance that this is just a camera that has lenses to give you this ability. But I think people are also sleeping on what GoPro has been doing for the last couple years. So this is one of the programs GoPro has been doing for quite some time now, an AI training program. And this is why my mind doesn't go towards lenses, but goes towards some sort of model that's doing some post-processing or processing on board the camera. Remember, as an IT guy, as someone who deals with AI models and embeds them on products and embeds them on hardware, you can have an embedded model that would do all these things and make that digital zoom look a lot better. I think folks that are in the camera world just don't know about this and how good it's gotten, nor what GoPro's been doing behind the scenes. Yeah, it does seem like they're a marketing company and paying a lot, but perhaps they are putting some in, and this actually made news for stock people. This pushed the stock up a little bit, but I think this has evolved into what we're seeing now, which is the GP3. They need a processor, but they also needed imagery from you all in order to make their model better, because their processor, which probably has that model on board, is processing images to make them look better. Now look, most people are going to look at this and say, oh my gosh, there is no way something like this is going to be filmed on an action camera, and you might not be wrong. This could not be an action camera. We don't know yet, but my speculation is there is a small chance this is all AI. Whether you believe it or not is up to you, but GoPro behind the scenes have been working very hard with their AI models. Now this is going to talk about how good it is in low light. Again, that insinuates a lot of things with aperture, that insinuates a lot of things with lenses. Now if you look at this photo right here, this is pretty incredible with the level of detail, and again, that dynamic range. This does not look like it's off of an action camera whatsoever. And down here we see GP powered cameras. In the article itself, they go on to talk about how they're going to have a whole lineup of new cameras, which is great, because if you look at the current lineup, they don't have much diversity. So I think there is also a good chance that what we're seeing here maybe is a combination. I think it's an outlier with the AI kind of theory that I have, but it might not be so futuristic, because even on the video, they say this video is from the future. So we already have lenses. We already have cameras that can do this. So is the future just reinventing, or not even reinventing, just putting out a full frame camera? I think a lot of people are slipping on the fact that this is probably an AI model. This is probably digital zoom. This is all probably AI processed. Listen, I am rooting for GoPro. As I said, I'm an American, and I would love a comeback story, a true Rudy type kind of deal where we see an underdog, make that strong comeback, even when it's really facing a lot of headwind. So if they have pulled this off with a combination of a really cool AI model, that is awesome. But at the end of the day, I think the truth probably lies somewhere in between, because in their blog post, they say they're going to be coming out with premium, ultra compact, cinema grade cameras. So I think it's more likely that we do just see GoPro doing what it does best, and that is marketing, creating the buzz, creating the hype. But if they're coming out with a new line of cameras and ultra compact cameras that are cinema grade, think something like Blackmagic, for example, that is going to be another contender. And then it will just be a matter of, is the GP3 any good? And are they using their models by some of the stuff they collected over the years in order to enhance your video and enhance your photos? I do believe there's going to be some of that going on, and I do believe we'll probably end up seeing some type of new camera that has new lenses involved with it, but layered on that, I do think you will see some type of digital zoom that ends up looking rather crispy and good because of an AI level. That is all theory. That is all prediction. Feel free to flame me later, because I am often wrong, but every once in a while, I hit it on the mark. If you enjoyed this, please consider liking and subscribing. If you have any thoughts surrounding this, I would love to hear what you guys think they're going to do next. What is this going to be? Is this going to be a bunch of different cameras, a bunch of different lineups, as they say, ultra premium, compact, cinema grade cameras, vlogging cameras, 360-degree cameras, and action cameras? They already have those things, but they are making a distinction between action and vlogging and ultra premium, compact, cinema grade cameras. So to me, it sounds like a whole new lineup, coupled with their push with the AI. Folks, Bob's your uncle sometimes, right? Nah, listen, Hill's your uncle, boys. Anyways, consider liking and subscribing. I'm out.